What is up, YouTube? It is Mike.748 here, and we are back on the hermitcarft unofficial fan server. And today, before we get started, I think I'm just gonna go and visit the town hall, 'cause it's been a while since I've been here, and I'm gonna check my mailbox to see if anything is happening, and I'm lagging. Come visit Paul. Hi, Paul. He's trying to escape. Okay, let me just check. Okay, we got Hope's letter, and we got an urgent message. See who this was from. Oh, greetings from Committed Industries. Hey, I work for those people. This is a science facility. We are sending this letter to inform you of future developments at Committed Industries. Management has been going through your personnel files, and although you have been a valued member of this organization for many years now, it has been noted that you haven't been deployed on any recent assignments for Committed 8 Industries. That, along with past incidents, we have decided to send you on the following mission. Hermitcarft Industries is in need of a lunar research facility. Your mission is to travel to the moon and begin work on the facility. A supply package has been sent to your house, which should contain everything you need to get started. We are confident that a recruit as experienced as you We are confident that a recruit as experienced as you will have no trouble with this task. Should you run into any problems, we will be too far away to help, so don't contact us. Sincerely, Hermitcarft Industries. P.S. Apologies for sending this letter via snail mail. We are still trying to repair the damage you caused in your last visits. Oh yeah, the nuclear reactor. Forgot about that. Okay, so we need to go visit our house and see what we got. Because apparently we need to go to the moon. Hooray! So let's just run over there, and we don't have any speed anymore. Is that because the beacons? Yeah, the beacons are missing. Oh yeah, but we also swapped it to region, so whatever. So let's head on over to our house that's not loading every single time I record. I don't record, I have absolutely flawless performance. When I record, it's like, nope, we're not going to load. God damn it. Thank you. So, let's open this chest. What? They gave us all sorts of nether quartz. Ooh, TP orb. Highly experimental. Oxygen helmet. Travel sickness medication. Schematics, and how to survive in space. Okay, so we need to get all of this in our inventory. So let's get rid of some stuff. Not in there, not in there. Yeah, let's put it in here. That, no, nope. That we need, that we need, that we need. I don't know. We'll get rid of that, 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 get rid of everything. And I think that's not going to be enough. But anyway, we'll grab what we can. So I think we're going to need to take this oxygen helmet first. Put it on. And actually, no. Let me put stuff in my ender chest. So organized. Yeah, this will work. Let's take some nether quartz. Oh, we must got some glowstone. Aw, Committed Industries is the best. And we can take that. How to survive in space, schematics, travel medication, the TP orb, and the glowstone. Okay, cool. So I assume they want us to throw this TP orb. So let's just give it a quick shot. Deep breath. Oof. Oh, that really hurt. Oh, my head. Let me just get some travel sickness medication. Oh no. Oop. Whoa. That was really weird. I need some proper food. Whoa. We made it to the moon. Wow, those orbs really work, except they hurt so much. Ow, my head. Wow, dude, we made it. We're on the moon. So, what do we have to do first? Let's take a look at the manual. Actually, let's take a look around first. Wow. Hey, look. There's one of the ender creatures. Wow. And we got a cool orb over there. Wow. This is like the best place ever. So, let's take a look at the what's it called? How to Survive in Space book. How to Survive in Space. For Dubbies. Oh, great. Chapter 1, Basic Logic. Space is a cold, dark vacuum of nothingness. So the first and most important rule is to never take off your bleh, is to never take off your space helmet, no matter how tempting, unless you like exploding. Oh. You will also need a source of that's not how you spell source. A source of food. The surface of the moon is supposed to be edible, uh, in order to survive. Uh, you should receive a supply drops from Committee Industries in order to expand the lunar base. The rest of the information you need should be transmitted to you as you progress, which leads us to our next chapter. Chapter 2: Basic Structures. Amongst the many structures that you'll have to build, this chapter will explain the most essential structures you'll need to construct. The first structures you should construct are a basic pod, a satellite dish, a solar panel array. The schematic should be included in your basic supply crate. So get building. Cool. So first thing we need to do is build a satellite. No, not a satellite dish. Probably a solar panel array. So where would be the best spot for it? I think we should build. These things are in the way. I think we should build some facing this way. Yeah, it seems good. So yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break then. I'm gonna get all that quartz broken up that Promethean Industries was so kind that was so, that Promethean Industries was so kind enough to send us. Sorry, my tongue's a little bit swollen from that transportation orb, and then we'll get building. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I've been reading all the schematics and whatever else, and I've constructed my solar panel array. I've got 6 of them total. As you can see, they're all in sort of different stages of being constructed. That's why, I'm recording this now, because you can kind of see what I've done, and building them is extremely boring. And as you can see, I've already got one completely finished. I've decided to use these daylight sensors because they look, obviously like solar cells, I think is the right word. No, don't be lunar, be solar. And actually, well, Vinci suggested to me like putting item frames across the front of it, and then putting blue stained glass in them. Now I think that would look pretty cool. The only problem I have with that is that that's a lot of leather and stuff, and along with that is the entire nether, the entire end is lit up, which means that any spot that's dark at all spawns like stupid amounts of endermen. Like, they spawn up there and they just fall off, and then another one spawns. And if I was to put item frames on that and then slabs, then I'd have to put slabs, or I'd have to put glowstone, and it would just be like, it wouldn't look very as solar panel-y. And also it would go against the schematic instructions, so I can't do that. Now after that, the next thing we're going to build, as I said, I can't really do much more of this because I've run out of glass. I need to wait to be sent more. Is I'm going to build sort of a where the satellite dish is going to be. I need to build a place for it to connect to, which is going to connect to the basic pod, which I also have to build. Now I'm largely drawing inspiration from like Corralis's build series. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7. Corralis's build series, because I want this to look good. It's going to be in the end. This is a place that everyone's going to visit often, and so I want what they see here to be really awesome. And Minecraft is very blocky, so it's very easy to build things badly. So very easy to build things badly, and also I want to build things sort of authentic. So in the future, I want to have a whole bunch of these pods, and I want to have things like, over there, like a mining drill, and, maybe have like what I think is going to be like another future project is I want to have a giant obsidian meteor, and just make this huge crater, and then I can have research tents around that. All sorts of cool stuff that's all going to be part of future story and whatever else, and I'm kind of deviating from what I was actually going on about. So I'm going to do some of this stuff. As I said, I want to have the actual thing is going to be about this high off the ground, and you have no idea what it's going to be because it's just a thing. So I'm going to actually do a bit more of that, and then we will come back hopefully when I've actually made something a bit cooler. Alright guys, I am back. It has been a while since I've last recorded. It's actually been, a very long time between the last cut and now. Almost a month in, Earth time. But, this moon stuff plays tricks on you. You think a few days have passed, meanwhile a few weeks have passed. So, it has been a while since I've done anything here, and that is because of, a lot of different things. But I'm back, I'm going to start recording bits and pieces of it again. And the first thing I'm sort of doing, or I have been doing to sort of fill the time between, because I've only been playing for a couple days now, is sort of removing these little dark matter towers, getting a bunch of it for myself. Which is cool because I'm going to need some of this, it's always useful to have a lot of dark matter, build a reactor or something like that. And good thing I had my space boots on. I mean, my regular boots that are kitted out for space. But yeah, so I've sort of been absent for quite a while. Half this episode was recorded a long time ago, and the rest is recorded now. I think in the last cut I was talking about finishing that space thing, and in this over here, if you look over there, it's finished right there. It looks kind of like a can of some sort, but I still need to add a bunch of doodads and maybe a satellite dish so I can communicate with the people of Earth. And thankfully, I've now got a lot more materials, so I can do that and finish building it because Prometheus Industries is really nice, and they sent me a whole bunch more supplies so I can thrive here on the moon. They even sent me chicken, which is cool. And the next thing is, because, I got a lot of sub-projects planned, but I really need to get this episode of me finished on the moon done. So I'm going to have to finish gathering up this temple, no, it's a dark matter tower, and then I will gather the rest of my supplies needed, but I'm just sort of making this cut so that, sort of fill you in on on what's been happening, and, just that I'm a bit sorry that I couldn't get this out earlier, but as I said, I've been very busy. I've been very busy and I just haven't been able to. So I'm gonna finish taking this down, and then we're gonna finish the tin can. See you then. Okay, all right. So I'm back on the hello Enderman. What are you doing here? Oh, he's upset now. Sorry, I scared him. We're back on top of the Tower of Doom and Gloom. Shh, wherever you are, be quiet. Yeah, I've taken down the obsidian tower, except there's still two. That's weird. Anyway, so now we're gonna build the satellite array thing. Now, what I want to do is that it's gonna be pretty tricky. I mean, of course, I read the instructions, but it's not that simple. Is that first I want to make actually we'll make a little thingy. How long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably a good size because it's gonna have a base, obviously, and then after that it's gonna kind of 3, 4, 5. Boop, boop, boop. I need to put down some more torches to keep this place lit, and here we go. And then I'm gonna put a torch over there and a torch over there, and that's gonna be where our antenna thing comes out of. And put some blocks over here and over here. 2, 3 is a good number. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And then put another thing. I'm gonna do that. And then some of this. And then this is gonna be the main thing, except I'm wondering, should I make it even? Because the antenna is gonna be 2 by 2, and that's gonna be a little bit complicated. I'm And the problem is that this won't really fit any other way. Nah, we'll just keep it 2 by 2 and make a plan. I mean, I'm not OCD. Well, that OCD. And I don't think I'll mind, so other people will just have to deal with it if they don't care. Yeah, it's gonna bother me a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, huh. Well, okay. Let's go with the rest of the plan, and then we'll see how it goes. But first, we're gonna get a crafting table. But fortunately, I carry logs on me almost everywhere I go. And we're gonna make some, it's so hard to distinguish, some steps. 16, 20. Yeah, that shall do. And then some of these. And I'm gonna kind of do what I did on the side of this, except a little bit differently. So, just to sort of add a, oh, I'm down another thing. And fall. Great. And then we're gonna throw a thing. Eat some chicken. I'm on the other side, aren't I? Nope. Perfect. This is exactly sort of where I need to be. So put another thing. It's the right side up in the middle. And then a thing. And then there we go. And then on the other side, it's a thing, and then a thing, and then a thing, and you're not the right thing, so you need to swap. So, yeah. And then that's wrong again. And then I want to put some slabs, I think, over here. And then this is going to be an upside down slab, if you imagine that being upside down. And then I'm going to have some more stairs on the top. Like this. Yes, that's what I want it to look like. Not like that. Can we be any more uncoordinated in the video? Yep, we'll see. And then that is the general. Oop, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. Yep, that is gonna be what I want to do. And then I need to figure out how I'm gonna make the antennae. We're only building one, so I don't know. But that's gonna be what I want to do. I want to see if I can get the shape any more right, because it does bother me slightly that it's, maybe I can make it 3 by 3. Yeah, that could be an idea, because it's a lot bigger than a solar panel and it needs the right supportification. Maybe even shift it across one more, just so that it's more on the back. But yeah, that's the general idea. And then I'm gonna start working out the. Are you mad at me? You are now. Stupid Enderman. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit more on that. I'm sort of really liking where this is going, because I want to sort of do half quartz, half iron, more iron than quartz, but not so that it looks kind of stupid, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm up here again. So not that it looks too much of one or too little of the other. Just sort of a nice blend. And I kind of like using the steps as a kind of textury thing, or else it'll be very monotoned. But yeah, this is going to be the first major thing, and then I'm going to continue. And I'm really enjoying building my base on the moon. So yeah, I will continue, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've been building a little bit of my satellite dish. It's been a bit tricky to build, but it's looking better. I tried to do like a freehand slope, and that worked kind of horribly. Okay, Eddie's gone. Yeah, in case you didn't know, like we got 3 new members in the past few weeks. We got Fatal Carpenter, we got Pete Boy, and we got Fatal Carpenter, Pete Boy, and Eddie. Yep, those are the 3. So yeah, we kind of, you know, applications are a bit weird right now. It's sort of like we close them off just because we have such a backlog, but we're sort of still looking into, um, you know, we still look at, you know, who's, you know, up to keeping up in the community, who's, you know, comes across as really nice, and, you know, and Pete Boy took part in the UHC, and he was really fun to play with, so we added him. And, you know, Eddie has been a really great guy, and so is Fatal. They've been very, very interested in the community and stuff. So yeah, and they're really great people to play with. So I'm looking forward to doing some future projects with them. But onto my little conundrum with my thing. As I said, let me just. I have the uh, sorry, game mode 3. I have the added advantage of just being able to sort of look at this from a weird angle. I've been sort of surveying it out. This is the, you know, one of the small pleasures of having a moderator thing, that I can just sort of look. But yeah, I want to be able to, let me just adjust my mic. I want to be able to sort of angle this. I want to make sort of two axes. My cursor's gone. Sort of two axes, but going out diagonally, so that I can kind of make a 45-degree, this exact circle, but at like a 45-degree angle this way. My only concern is the circle might not be big enough. I mean, I have templates of all the circles, and this is 21 in diameter, which I think is a pretty good size. But yeah, I think it looks pretty alright. I'm gonna sort of change the slope a little bit, and then we'll see how that works. And you know, I just want to make sure everything's fine and dandy before I put it in my thing. Let me just do a little drop. Game mode 0. Am I lined up? Please be lined up. Yeah, shouldn't have done it from that high, but I didn't want to clip into blocks. I've done that before. I fell through in the offcut. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little thing with my dirt McGirt. And actually no, I want the thing to face the other direction. But yeah, this is sort of the basic thing. I'm sort of doing it in phases because it's sort of tricky to build a proper anything in space. But yeah, that's my progress update, and I'm going to do a little bit more, and then I will show you what it looks like, hopefully, when I've decided on the right size and shape that I want to be doing for my satellite dish. Alright guys, I'm back. It's the next day, and I'm on top of my satellite dish. Let me just change perspective without moving. And I have done a sort of lot of work here. I know it doesn't look like much, but it took forever to get the shape right. I mean, building like a circle in Minecraft is also pretty tricky, but building it at an angle and making it look like a satellite dish is easier said than done. But I've been taking a break from that in between to sort of demolish. Sheesh. Shut up. Shut up, fools. Oh, that made it worse. Yeah, but I've also been taking a break from that in, you know, when I get bored, to tear down the obsidian pillars. I've got like probably like 3 single chests full. So 1 double chest and half of a single chest, but whatever. But yeah, so I've done that, and I really wanted to get this done like for the end of the episode, like have this completed by the end of the episode, but I've already spent like a lot of time on this, and I really wanted to wrap up this episode quite soon because it's been a long time since I've uploaded one. So yeah, I finished, you know, the first segment of my space thing, and I need to wait for more projects from my friends at Hermitcarft Industries. And the last thing I want to do is, I'm trying to see if I can see it, 2Vites said he left me some quartz that he didn't need somewhere in my base. So I think over here is a good guess. I don't exactly know where he left it. Maybe at the entrance by my beacon. Nope. Maybe he left it at my chests. Let me just go back. Are any of these new? That one's got a label. Nope, that's Pete's chest. Oh, I think that's a chest. Let's see what we got. Because he said he delivered because I need a lot of quartz for my thing. Is this it? I heard you needed quartz. 2Vites. Let's see how much. What? He gave me a full. chest of quartz. Oh my goodness, how long did it take him to mine all this? What? Well, that's gonna help. That's gonna make my life so much easier. Thank you so much, Duvites. Wow, yeah, I wanted to leave it till I recorded before I checked where it was. But yeah, he left for me yesterday. So yeah, if you look at the bottom of my satellite dish, you see that it's sort of got, it took me a while to get the shape with, and you see it's sort of, I had to move this back because it was a bit too far forward. Didn't really look like it was in the middle of the satellite dish. But it sort of looks like the curve looks good, or at least, you know, looks good enough. I spent too long trying to get the shape, you know, going up and down, looking at it from above and below, and trying to get the shape to look right, and I couldn't really get it right and symmetrical, if that makes any sense. I know it's a circle and I've built it all correctly like it said it would, like it's supposed to be, but you know, just some things you just can't do, and this is sort of like an organic shape. So I'm going to build the rest of the cage of it and the thing, and I'm probably going to use all this quartz that Duvites gave me. So yeah, and by the next episode I should have that done, and we'll move on to our next project. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, please be sure to comment, please be sure to subscribe, and until next time, and I'll see you all next time.